right, thank you so much for staying with us, and we sincerely apologize for the break in transmission due to technical glitch here. We are back, and we're talking about the International Youth Day 2026, and it's a very unique day for all the youth all over the world celebrating this very unique day, looking at the creativity, the gifting that has been on us, embedded in us by the Almighty. Today set a day aside for us to look straight to what we have done and examine whether we've gotten it right or we've gotten it wrong. And we'll be looking at the topic different context, common aspiration, youth leadership in perspective on International Youth Day. And to help us understand this very important topic, we have with us being joined virtually by Honorable Prince Garanunga, the Chairman, Taraba State Youth Development Agency, is joining us virtually on the show. Good morning, Honorable.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now, let's fall back to what we were discussing earlier. What does International Youth Day mean to you, especially for young people in Taraba State?
He said especially
young people in Taraba State.
Okay. Once again, let me use this opportunity to wish the government of Taraba State, the entire youth of Taraba State, an International Day Youth celebration. International Youth Day is normally a day set aside to celebrate the potentials of youths, the achievement done so far, and also make reflections on where we have gotten it right or wrong. So basically, that is what International Youth Day means. To me, particularly, this is the day I normally reflect on the journey of youth. What we need to do, what we haven't done, where we have gotten it right, and where we have missed it, and try to connect the dots so that you can make further corrections and gains. So that is it.
All right, Honorable. Let's now have a look at the theme. The theme for this year's celebration, looking at common aspirations and the different contexts. What common dreams and challenges do Taraba youth share? Can you speak to us about some common challenges or dreams that youth in Taraba share in common?
Okay, just as the theme depicts different contexts, common aspirations. I think I'll start with common aspect. Of course, it is the yearnings and gains of every youth to see himself prosper, to see himself achieve that which he has said it is in his mind destined to achieve. So that brings about the common aspirations. Every youth wants to make it in life. Every youth wants to see himself prosper. So there are different aspirations. So that is generally it is aspiring to be what you want to be or to do that which you want to do. So that is where common aspirations means. So different contexts. That is now where the questions come in. You have different situations. You have different types of youths. You have youths coming from different backgrounds.
That's right.
So that is where different context comes in. You have youths that are ready and willing to learn. You have those that are lazy, sorry to say. You have youths that have opportunities to make it, and you have those that do not have such opportunities. You have youths that always get what they want just at their best call. You have youths that have trouble before they get certain things. So on these different contexts, that is where the connecting of the dots or the rising to the challenge comes in. A lot of the youth use certain approaches and expecting certain results, which sometimes obviously you cannot get it like that. It is so unfortunate that sometimes you have people that want things to work for them without them actually sticking their neck, putting in their sweat, especially in modern day generations. And it is another prevailing and world issue that certain youths want to make it in just a day, which is almost not possible. A lot of our rich men, the richest man, if you look at the life history of Aliko Dangote, he started from somewhere and he started small. So sometimes when you have to go through the rudiments and basics of making it, of businesses and other things, you must learn to start from somewhere and with a little. Basically, discipline is key. Discipline is very, very key. Because without discipline, you can almost not get it right. So that is a shared knowledge of the team.
All right.
The challenges, sorry.
Yeah,
challenges basically are enormous, just as I said. Yeah, sometimes you hardly have just opportunities. And sometimes the opportunities are there, but some of our youth see it very difficult. Sometimes the opportunities are actually lying down there, and you don't expect everybody or someone to give you everything you want. If they give you a little, you are supposed to capitalize and generate and utilize that particular thing. I will share a common experience when it comes to challenges. We are having the data capture right now. We have an agenda of capturing the entire youth in the state. Now, the basics of the capture is a lot of international organizations, when you sought for their support, the first thing they ask you is, what is the data of your youth?
That's right.
And from the inception of Taraba State, we have never had standard data of youth. All we keep having is shared questionnaire that people fill it on assumptions and presumptions. So this time around, the governor has aided us to go around and capture the youth. Now, this capture entails giving us a shared knowledge of the number of youths we have, then categorizing them based on their skills, what they do, what they want to do. That is one. Secondly, the governor is very passionate about reaching out to the council, reaching out to someone whom doesn't have anybody in government. Someone who
all right, Honorable, let me anchor at this point.
Okay.
Yes. We'll get to that, but I want you to take us with speed on this. Let's look at youth opportunities.
Okay.
Youth opportunities now. What opportunity is the Taraba State Youth Development Agency providing to help young people achieve their dreams? You've enumerated a lot of opportunities and challenges and misconception about other people and most of the young people. You have also acknowledged that they are talented, their gifts are there. Now, speak to us about your agency. What are those opportunities that your agency is providing for young people in Taraba State?
Okay. Basically, first I want to, on behalf of the entire youth, appreciate the governor for what he has been doing for the youth so far. He has given us top-notch priority since his administration. The coming of the establishment of the Agency for Youth Development alone is something we cherish a lot. It's something we have been yearning for, and we appreciate that. Now, under the agency, the agency is a platform that is open to always take lead in agitating for the young people in the states, ensuring they are being considered in virtually all aspects of activities in the states. That is one. Secondly, as an agency, that is what brings me to this particular issue of the capture, because we began to sort we began to search for empowerment to see how we can develop our youth. So reaching out to foreign organizations, partner groups, and everything. That was where we now encountered the challenge of having a data. So that is why we are ensuring we have the standard data that can be used worldwide. That is why we ensure the data is coming in the form that it has to be biometric based, it has to be physical in a physical capture, such that we have a standard where we can present it all over the world to be a shared and authentic data for the youth of Kwararafa State. Now, what this database brings to us is that a son of nobody can benefit from what is being benefited from the government. It is no longer going to be business as usual that when it will be shared among some government officials for them to bring slot, which at the end of the day, of course, we are all humans, everybody will bring either his brother or his political follower. So this database provides an opportunity that we can pick someone from Donga, from Gayama ward, without talking to anybody. Just coming on the database, you go to Donga, you type in Gayama ward, and then if the empowerment you have is on agriculture, for instance, then you type agriculture under Gayama, you see people that feel that have interests on agriculture, and you pick someone from them. So this is bringing a level playing ground for all the youths, and even for those who don't have the opportunity to have it. Now, we have been, as an agency, we have been standing firm to see how we can stand and agitate the interests of the youths. A lot of times you see people travel out for all these trainings. Some have been to India for the sea training. Some have been to China. Even myself, I started on the first trip to go to China. Some are still going to India right now for the master's degrees, and some have been to other countries. So sometimes when we hear such things, we always try to go and agitate and see how we can bring in the input of the youth. Generally, whether it is us that bring or we don't bring from the agency, as far as the youth are being captured, that is our most primary concern and agitation. So those are some of the things.
Now, go ahead.
Basically, and most importantly, it's so unfortunate that we were not able to celebrate the National Youth Day today, which we have arranged and proposed for. We have a little glitch, which our governor is not going to be around, and the function we are set to have is very important that we have the governor on ground, because we are set to flag off the empowerment to the youth of Kwararafa State, which we have been working on, which the governor is supposed to do that. And again, we are expecting the Minister of the Republic of Nigeria for Youth Development to also be in Kwararafa for that program. So, and of course, today is International Youth Day. You will be committed with certain people. And then thirdly, we are expecting to unveil the Kwararafa State Youth Development Roadmap 2031 short time and 2050 long time. So this is a document that I have been working upon in the agency, and that document is supposed to give us a guide, a total overhauling guide towards the operations of the youth development. In that document, you have flagship programs. You have flagship programs, you have direction. So with that document, you can engage any other person anywhere. Having a lot of programs at hand, and all you need is the sponsorship or support.
All right, Honorable. Let me still come in again. I am interested about the data collection that your agency has also taken action on. I want to ask, because these questions are there now. How has it been like? The level of operation. Can you take us through the exercise? Is it ongoing? And if it's ongoing, where are your people? Are they in the local government as we speak, or they're on break? Because people need to know that this exercise is either ongoing or there's a stipulated time for it. Because everything has to do with any organization, just like you said, when you're linking up with international bodies, they respect data. So clear us on this.
Okay, thank you very much. I think the collection of data is a program that was designed to last 6 months. 6 months. Now, 6 months such that we intend to go to each ward of the state to capture the youths. Now, availing proper opportunity for every youth to be captured. That is why we didn't opt for the option of creating a link, because we sought all avenues and we saw that there are areas where people do not data networks. That is one. Secondly, they do not even have communication networks. That is two. Now, even if there are networks, there are areas that people do not use Android phones. That is two. There are areas that even if there are Android phones, they are not so literate enough to even follow those processes. That is four. So having gone through all these agreements, we decided let's just provide an opportunity that is not going to be so difficult for any youth. That is why I'm not to, so to say, keep others away from capturing. So right now, as I speak to you, the program was designed to have teams across the zones, the 3 zones of the state simultaneously, which the program started in the northern zone from with Jalingo as the local government, going around each ward, having 4 days each ward to capture youth from the age limit of 18 to 40 years only. Now, the team Jalingo started in Rounded of Jalingo. They are currently about rounding up with Zing local government. They have moved to Zing and they are almost rounding up with Zing. They are presently in Zing. Now, this team in Central Zone have rounded up with Sardona. They have rounded up with Gashaka and they are presently at Kurumi local government. Now, the team in Southern Taraba started with Bukari local government and they are presently in Donga. They are, in 2 weeks' time, they will be rounding up with Donga and then move to another local government in the state. So we have decided to make it a movement of ward by ward so that nobody will complain that he or she have been prevented, have been stopped from capturing. So if the team comes to your ward, they spend 3 days minimum, 4 days maximum, capturing youth from 18 to 40 years. So that is the update about this capture. And as of now, based on my dashboard of monitoring, we have captured around 59,000 devout youths so far. Yes, so that is that.
Honorable, you have also acknowledged the effort of Governor Abu Kefas, the youthful governor of Kwararafa State, especially to the young people in the state. You've acknowledged how he has carried them along. And I remember that recently we had a certain amount that was released or approved by the state government for youth to start up their either business or initiatives or whatever thing they have in mind. Now, that action, I wanted to balance it with the opportunity. Today is a very unique day and we're looking at the opportunities that are ahead of us. How does that approval affect, or how does it add to the productivity of youth in Taraba State? Speak to us on that, please.
Okay. Yes, just as I told you that continue to appreciate the state having given a lot of opportunities to the youth, just as we have seen. Yes, indeed, this out of our shared effort, or my shared effort as the leader, to see that we empower our youth while we are searching for international and national support. We also seek support from our governor. So he he made that gesture of approving the sum of 500 million to be shared, to be distributed to youths whom are into business, serious youth whom are into business.
Serious youth.
So, serious youth whom are into businesses, yes, because just as I told you, some of the challenges is that today there are some of our youths that when you stop them and you didn't ask them what do they want to do, they will begin to think. They actually do not. And there are some of our youth that when you give them 200,000 naira, for instance, as of now, you find out that they after 2 to 3 days, those money are not being accountable for. So that is why we are taking it upon ourselves in the process of the data capture and in the process of shortlisting the use for these businesses. Certain evaluations are made, serious evaluations are made. If you are a youth and you want to be a beneficiary, they will have to evaluate you, going to see your workplace, your what you do so far, the zeal you having, for how long have you started, for how long was the progress you have made. So that is that. So we have before the approval, after the establishment of the database, because the governor's intention right now is that every empowerment is going to attract its beneficiaries from the database. From the database. Henceforth, that is his intention. Yes, so we are going to go back to the database, pick people that will benefit, because from the database you have proper description of what a particular person wants to do. So before his approval, we had 290 something people that had been captured, because after the establishment of the database, we started the capturing in the agents first before the computers we got arrived, and now we have moved to the wards. So we are going to start the first phase, and like 85% of those that will benefit from the first phase of the empowerment are going to be those people that were first captured. Why it is not 100 is because those we need to look into, especially the variable of balancing. The variables of balancing, yes, the variables of balancing. So, so far so good. I think on the 20th, so that particular program is what we wanted to use to commemorate our own International Youth Day today, by flagging it up and distributing money to about 200 to 250 within not so sure youths to benefit from a particular amount, which we have not yet put in place, but not below the amount of 500,000 in the first phase. So we are still looking at it. If by the time we do the first phase, then coming down to the second phase, we shall still look at it if we are going to come down and take businesses that are small, medium, so that the monies could be yet be reviewed, so that it will now cover a lot of coverage again, because our youth are so much, there are so many, and all I'm trying to do is to see how I try to support. So we are still under review anyways, because the governor giving out monies that will be very, very important and useful to a youth at a time. Yes. So the governor is not so much comfortable about reviewing the price downward, but looking at the population we have, there are businesses that with 250,000, someone that is serious can capitalize on that and become a millionaire. We have seen a lot of people that have done that. So we are still looking at it, give or take. So, but for now, the first phase is going to come up. We have shifted in the program to on the 20th of this particular month. We are expecting to have the governor back as at that time, and also expecting the Minister of the Federal Republic to help us anchor this particular important event, especially the unveiling of the roadmap, which we have done.
Okay. Honorable, we have taken time to speak about the opportunities that are there for us. Now let's look at youth participation. Then with this one, I want to bring in this for us to understand and have a better ground for this discussion. The government of Taraba State, you agree with me that have actually drawn you closer to its activities. You have commissioners, you have special advisors, special assistants, and a good number of people are there. Now, coming to active participation, and also the approved 500 million that the government did. You agree with me that this is enough for you to be active. But I want you to state out clearly, what are your expectations, or what do you think youth in Taraba State should be doing to see that they also play a part in developing our dear state? What are your aspirations? What are you thinking, or what are you expecting from this youth that are in the government and benefiting from the government, and those that are around? Please speak to us about your expectation.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to make it clear to we the youth. Whenever you have opportunities like this, you need to passionately utilize it. I'm sorry to say, just in comparison, you could see that from the inception of the state, we have never had a governor that has taken a risk of acclimatizing youth into its government like this particular one. And if we have had it now, we don't know if we may have it again. So we need to stand firm and utilize this particular period. That is one. Secondly, is that there is a saying I always used to say that the youth is always the problem of the youth. Why I always say that we have to begin to act responsibly, portraying good image for ourselves. Yes, for those that are in government, you must support them. We need to support them, and even if we are going to correct them, we should find avenues of correcting them such that it doesn't dent the entire integrity and image of the youth. Because whenever you are tested like this, all eyes are on you, and you are going to be evaluated by every other thing you do. So that's why sometimes I keep preaching to my youth that let's not keep dragging our youth out there. If someone has made a mistake, nobody is perfect. And if someone has a mistake or a flaws, you can approach him, not going to the social media, Facebook and keep ranting and generally downplaying the image of the youth, because the governor has taken the risk to do that. And if we keep doing that, we always keep giving him reasons to see that maybe he has made mistakes for which we don't want to deal with. So, but it all comes from the actions and participation of those that are in government. Of course, I will always call upon them to ensure and know that the destiny of the entire youth of Taraba State is at this time resting on their shoulders. How they operate today, how they participate today, entails if tomorrow youth are going to be given opportunities again. So they need to stand firm and ensure they do not disappoint the constituency. They need to walk helter. They need to try and succeed. They have to succeed in whatsoever field, in whatsoever role they have been given. So that is always my shared conviction and passion.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable. As we wrap up the show, please, what is your special message to young people in Taraba State as we celebrate International Youth Day? That will be your last line on the show.
Okay. So thank you very much. I think my message to my dear youth is they need to know that the future we are always looking for is here. If today we have 65 to 70 commissioners in the State Executive Council as youths, then I think we have the opportunity to be now. So we need to stand firm and utilize the opportunities at hand. We have a lot of agencies, parastatals that are having youths saddled with responsibilities, and we need to reflect so much on this day that is the International Youth Day, and take advantage of this particular opportunity we have, such that we can never go back to where we are coming from again. Now, secondly, I really need to agitate, share, and advise the youth to ensure they go on businesses. Waiting for the white collar jobs is not always advisable. Utilizing opportunities of businesses, especially in a terrain like Taraba, there are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities that we can go about. So it is my advice to the youth that we utilize the opportunities we have. And basically and generally, I pray that God Almighty will continue to bless, guide, and protect the youth of our dear state. Thank you very much.
All right, most sincerely thank you, Honorable Prince Gara Nonga, for your time. And thank you so much for giving us insight into today's theme. Thank you so much, and we pray that God will continue to guide you in your leadership. And trust me, we will still be calling you to speak with us when need arises. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
You're welcome. All right, viewer, thank you so much for being with us from that time to now. We thank you for your contribution and engaging on our engagement on our platforms that we are live on. We'll be speaking with Honorable Prince Gara Nonga, the Chairman Taraba State Youth Development Agency, looking at the International Youth Day. So that's part of Morning Breeze on Kwararafa Television. We'll be moving straight to entertainment news. And MC Last B is here with the latest trending story about entertainment. Stay with us, don't go away.
This is Kwararafa Television.
Hello and welcome to the entertainment segment of the show. I am MC Lasby, bringing you the latest happenings from the world of entertainment. Here are the top stories for the day. We begin with a little drama from the celebrity neighborhood. Comedian AY Makun has jokingly suggested that Tubaba could soon join him in the single men club. Amid the singer's reported marital crisis with Natasha Osawaru, Bros AY, who said Tubaba was once his neighbor before relocating to Benin and Abuja, made the remark at Daddy Showcase 50th anniversary concert in Lagos. He told the crowd, "The way things they go so, it be like say he go soon join me back at the observed things," says AY. And AY's comments were largely playful, reflecting his observation of the situation rather than confronting any or confirming any divorce. However, relationship issues involving public figures should be treated with sensitivity when discussed humorously. Now from drama to a fear that hits closer to home. P-Square star Peter Okoye says death is not what scares him most. What scares him most is poverty. Speaking on the Nancy Isimi show, Peter recalled growing up in a difficult financial situation, including the demolition of his family home while they were living in a one-bedroom apartment. He said, I'm not afraid of death. The only thing I'm afraid of in this life is poverty. It is being broke. Peter's experience with hardship shaped his strong determination to avoid returning to poverty. And difficult beginnings can become a powerful motivation to work hard and build a better future. And now the entertainment scene takes a legal turn. Actress Judy Austin has taken a veteran actress Rita Edochie to court over alleged defamatory statement. In a suit filed before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Justin is demanding 1 billion naira in damages alongside a public retraction and apology. She is also seeking an injunction against further publication of the alleged defamatory statement. Austin accompanied the announcement on social media with words, "Enough is enough." The long-running public dispute has now moved into the courtroom, where the allegations will be legally addressed. Certainly, public disagreements can have serious legal consequences, so statements about others should be made responsibly. Meanwhile, one Big Brother Naija star says her wardrobe is nobody's business. Former Big Brother Naija housemate Uriel Okuta has hit back at critics who questioned her fashion choices. She said she will continue dressing the way she wants to dress because preferences and urge people to focus on their own life. Uriel also explained that her family's health experiences have encouraged her to prioritize wellness. Her message was clear, and I will continue to wear what I want, look how I want, and prioritize taking care of myself. Uriel is choosing personal confidence and well-being over unsolicited criticism. Whereas everyone has the right to make personal choices, while criticism should remain respectful and constructive. And again, Mama G explains why she keeps bringing the wicked characters to life. Veteran actress Patience Ozuko, popularly known as Mama G, aka G for General, says her frequent roles as witches and wicked characters are part of what she believes is her God-given niche. She explained that she uses such roles to portray the consequences of bad behaviors and teach moral lessons through storytelling. She said, and I quote, according to Mama G, I think it is God that gave me that niche. And Mama G sees her villainous roles not simply as entertainment, but as a way of teaching audiences what is all about life and then the consequences of their actions. However, entertainment can go beyond fun. It can also educate and encourage people to choose good over the evil. I remember back in those days I used to watch Mama G. Like even up to now, she used to do it. And finally, before we wrap up, there is a little boss and staff drama making rounds online. A trending video shows singer Davido confronting his logistic manager, Israel DMW, over a seating arrangement during a trip in London. Davido instructed DMW to leave the tour bus and use his private car. When Israel suggested staying on the bus, Davido insisted that his instruction be followed. Davido told him, "When I tell you to do something, you do it. Don't argue with me." You know how Davido used to talk. And the exchange highlights a tense moment where Davido and his staff with the singer insisting on compliance with his instructions. And lastly, clear communications and mutual respect are important in every professional relationship. And that's a wrap on today's entertainment news. from relationship speculations and legal battles to personal confidence and celebrity drama. The entertainment world never runs out of story. I am MC Lasby. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Kwararafa Television, watching most especially our shows Morning Breeze. And a big shout out to our CEO, MD Capacity High Chief with high taste. Happy birthday, High Chief. It's your boy MC Lasby. Good morning, Desmond.
All right, MC Lasby, thank you so much for the entertainment news. And that brings us to the end of Morning Breeze. And we'll be coming your way tomorrow with another fresh package. Make a good time out of the opportunities that you have there. I am Fomi Desmond, and I'm saying good morning.